Welcome back to the Hollow, folks. When we first bought this home, there was a small sugar shack at the back of the property. They were using it to do maple syrup, but in the last few years, we haven't really done anything with it. So what I figure is it's high time. I got to go down there and we'll just open the door and see what we find. So I've packed up Jenny here into the old trailer. We'll take her down, we'll load up the vacuum cleaner, and see what's in store. Okay, well, it's the moment of truth. Let's open this up. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Well, it's simultaneously better and worse than I thought it would be. Actually, here, let me get you and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, folks, well, let me show you what I mean. So it would appear, well, some other load there, that in the ceiling here, the previous owners put styrofoam for insulation. And I would say that the mice have been living in that because there's styrofoam absolutely everywhere, in all the corners, on all the surfaces. I mean, it's piled up on all the cross braces and everything. It's something else altogether. I don't know. I'm sure we'll fire Jenny up. We'll get the vacuum cleaner going. We'll get all the styrofoam out of here, and then maybe we can make this place habitable. Ah, see now, this is what happens when an East Coast guy tries to do West Coast guy things. Wrangler Star would have something to say about this, I'm sure. Got my wires all crossed. That's better. So they didn't run power down to this section of the property, although power was run to other sections of the property. So in order for us to do anything down here, we have to fire up the generator. And of course, the only generator that I have is about 400 ton. So it's quite an undertaking to get it down here. It's a really beautiful part of the property. I mean, it's right by the river. It looks like they cleared it out. It's almost like a little party glen. So I think in the springtime they were down here boiling maple syrup. They used to have a big maple syrup evaporator, wood-fired maple syrup. And in the summertime, obviously, they were down here partying. They were down here, you know, bringing some friends down for a campfire and some drinks and things like that. Okay, let's fire this up. I apologize for the noise ahead of time. It's going to be noisy for you. Contact. Woo-hoo. All right, well, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum this, and then we'll pick it up there once I get some of this cleaned up. You know, they put a lot of care into the things they had, the people that we bought from. It was actually a friend of my father's, well, not a friend, I guess, an old co-worker from back in the day. And when we came to see the house, I brought my parents with me, and sure enough, there's this old fella sitting in one of the outdoor benches, waiting for us to be finished, and sees my old man and says, "Oh, Jesus, Daryl, what are you doing here?" So, well, my son's the one trying to buy your house. What is that thing? So it's a bit funny how we come about getting this house. And you know, it goes to show the kind of people that they were. When we bought the home, we had negotiated in the wood that they had. They had a lot of firewood kicking around. Said in the offer, we'd like to buy the home, but we'd like to have the firewood included that's already on property. It was getting into the fall, and we didn't want to have to look for wood ourselves, so they obliged. They didn't say another word about it. And when we had viewed the house originally, it was all in rounds. It was junked up, but it wasn't split, and it was kind of, all over the place. And they didn't mention anything about it, but when we went to move in, when we actually showed up to the house, all of that wood was split, stacked, and dried. He went through all that trouble, even though he didn't have to. It wasn't his responsibility anymore. He went through all that trouble, and he split all that wood and stacked it for us, for the people coming in. Now that was pretty incredible. Talk about somebody going out of their way. That's a hell of a lot of work. I mean, there was 6 cord of wood there. They had bought wood for a couple of years down the road, and we took it all from them, and they split it for us. That wasn't part of the negotiations, but it just goes to show what kind of people they are. The old fella that we bought the house from, God rest his soul. He was a bow hunting instructor for the course to get your bow hunting license, and I really was hoping that when I got my bow license, I'd actually end up getting him as an instructor, but it didn't pan out that way. Unfortunately, he passed away not that long ago. And Lawrence, wherever you are, this video's for you. And this is another fun thing about this little sugar shack, is that they actually did put the proper venting down here for running an evaporator furnace. So they have that little hat that comes up off the top of the building, and what they did was they built plexiglass vents that you can open up and prop open, and it lets all the steam out of here, so the inside of the building doesn't, get sopping wet and rot from the inside out. I've never had them open because we haven't boiled any sap down here, but I'm really looking forward to boiling in this building because I think it's going to be really nice. See, now this is an interesting thing. Some old fellows like to take down wasp nests that they find in the woods, and then they'll put them up in buildings like this. so that they had three, they had these two, and then they had another one up in that bush. And what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to ward off any other wasps that might come in and try to make a nest. They'll see that nest and think, this spot's already taken. I better get out of here. And hey, knock on wood, I guess it's worked because we haven't had a wasp down in here in a while. So. Well, folks, you know, I know it wasn't one of those wham bam thank you ma'am videos that you look forward to on YouTube, but you know what? Not all of life is wham bam thank you ma'am. Sometimes it's getting some chores done, and sometimes it's cleaning things up. There's one more thing off the list. This place is looking pretty good, but I really got to do something about those mice. You know, if I don't do something, then another month or two, I'm going to come down. It's going to be exactly the same way it was. And I don't really want to poison anything to get it out of here. I got to try to find a way I can do it ethically. If you know an effective way of getting mice out of a building, leave it in the comments below. Other than that, if you like the video, like and subscribe. It really helped me gain some traction on YouTube. And thanks for watching Derek's version.